Pause the clip right there for me. Look at Ja Morant.
What a nice guy.
Ja on the block, Morant. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How do you feel, man? What's
One, I heard JJ Redick talking on First Take. He got pretty heated the other day, talking about how we're trying to condemn and bring down Ja Morant for having a gun on IG Live, which in the state that he was in is not illegal. Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't call for him being dropped from the NBA or suspended for more than probably 30 games, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that the Grizzlies did a good job of jumping on it and getting him off of all team activities very quickly.
Yeah.
I think that he legitimately needs help. He's trying to live a life that a lot of people that are living the life that he wants is like he's out of it.
They're in the reverse. Like everyone's, they're trying to get in his position. He's trying to go back.
He's making millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to play a game, and he wants to be a gangbanger. That's some scary stuff. I don't think that Ja Morant is a dumb individual. He's a very smart basketball mind, but I think that the people that he surrounds himself with do not have the best interest for him, because why is nobody telling him, yo, you need to stop and you need to get serious help?
You know what's interesting? I would say both of them. Ja Morant's an idiot. Friends are idiots. Both of them are idiots. Everyone's an idiot. And growing up, you always heard stories about like yes men, and it's interesting to like see it in 4K with y'all. Because, as a kid, you're like, I mean, like you hear about yes men, but I mean, are people really like that? Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, regardless of him getting caught the first time, cool, got it. He was just lit, having a great time. Boom. You stupid. Okay. But got you. Second time, if I'm your friend, you got in trouble on Instagram Live. Why would I go back to Instagram Live with you in the car with me? Like, even if we still on the same BS. Bro, why would I go back to the scene of the crime?
You had to imagine that his friend knew he had a gun with him. Like, Ja Morant didn't just pull that out of nowhere and frighten everybody. All of a sudden, like, his friend knew he had it on him.
Like, why go
This is also my thing. Listen, and this is different, but do you think that Drake, the rapper, carries a gun on him in public? He has people to do that for him. So if you're going to be Ja Morant, you want to have a gun near you, let your people carry that for you. You should not have that on your person at all.
Just it was like, again, to go back to the exact, not even go to Snapchat story, bro. Like at least be on your Snap story.
This is the thing, is you cannot gamble away the life that you deserve, because
he grinded.
Exactly.
And he's one of, and I just want to say this. Ja Morant, and he's a trainer, so this kind of sounds wild, but Ja Morant is, if you know Ja Morant, you love his story. You love Ja Morant's story because it's a basketball story.
Absolutely.
He didn't have an NBA trainer when he was 9. He wasn't training since he was 10, 11, and it's him in the backyard with his dad grinding. Mm-hmm. Whereas nowadays, and I'm pretty sure you can attest to this, being a trainer, that kids get trained by NBA trainers like at super young ages. It's like, how is this? You just started playing basketball at 9 and somebody's been trained by an NBA player since they came out the womb, and you're like, bro, how am I supposed to compete with this?
Right.
And with Ja Morant, it's like, no, bro, I just grinded, really got it out the mud. So you love Ja Morant's story, but to go back to the scene of the crime, Instagram Live, like I said this earlier before we got on the air. I said, man, if you get caught cheating on your girl and your homie recorded you on Snap Story, you know what's happening next time we go out? Nobody's on Snapchat.
Nobody has a phone.
We're done, bro. We're done. We're done. Yeah. Okay? At least get caught by another camera. Yeah. Okay?
Not your own boys. Not your own boys.
So I'm rocking. I do understand JJ Redick's sentiment. Mm-hmm. I think it was a better fight for this with Kyrie. Kyrie Irving's situation was way different, obviously. But Ja Morant, I think, and I like the comparison you have with Drake, but I would say it's different just because of Ja Morant's background and him coming from more American culture and how he grew up. And I think it speaks to the black culture. It was devastating. I think John Morant's problem speaks to the problem with black culture. As me and I talked about before we got on air, is a lot of black kids, black males in general, it's like we're not us unless we play sports.
Right.
And then you either play sports or you're not a black male unless you're a tough guy.
Yeah.
You kind of got to choose one. You're either sports or a tough guy, right? Some people pick both. Some people pick one. And if you're not with either one, you're kind of left out.
Yeah.
You kind of, even at barbecues and stuff, everybody's like, hey, what sport you play? What's your game? And then if you're at school, you look different. But then if you're a tough guy, it's like, oh, now at school, you're more cool. You're the guy. Mm-hmm. Girls find you more attractive.
Yeah.
And it's very fascinating. I think that's John Morant's problem. He's an idiot, but it speaks louder to the black culture. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I think that in black culture, music is very influential.
Keep going, man. Keep going. It's fascinating.
And, of course, John Morant's known to be a very big fan of NBA YoungBoy. Very, very big fan of NBA YoungBoy. And I think that overall, rap music is amazing. I love rap music, but
facts. Sounds amazing.
It's influential, and you really get to see, who, like how, what's the word I'm looking for? Easy it is, I guess, for young black men to get kind of hypnotized by the rap game and how cool it sounds to be, surrounded by a bunch of girls with a bunch of drugs, alcohol, guns, all that kind of stuff. It sounds cool, but when you hear about these people that are actually living that life, not just kind of talking about it for songs, it's scary. Like, it's a scary life. You're constantly on the lookout.
Not a good time.
You're constantly scared for your life. And you're making millions, but we've seen, very, very influential rappers die because of the game.
Yeah. And I don't want to just say rap, entertainment. I like to say media because it's not just rap. And I remember I got in an argument with my mom, and she was like, y'all music today is crazy. And I was like, Tupac? When did y'all, like, right? Y'all were wilding. Yo, like, America's Most Wild. Like, bro, y'all were the ones that started sacking. Like, and that was.
Like, NWA, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it came from the prison. I'm not going to speak Booty Warrior. So I'm like, y'all were the wild ones. So it's been wild for a long time. Yeah. But continue, though. Continue.
I mean, that absolutely is true. Media in general. I mean, but it's scary. It's a scary life that I don't think that John Morant actually wants to live. And you see interviews all the time about people talking about John Morant that lived that life. And they're all saying, like, yo, like, you made it.
There's no point.
Don't mess this up. And I think the biggest, like, scariest story of an individual that had it all was Aaron Hernandez. And he wanted to be, a gangbanger, and then ended up in prison. And obviously,
what happened with him?
Rest in peace, R.I.P. dead.
Yeah,
But I think that that's not a life that John Morant wants. It's not a life that his family wants. It's not a life that he should be trying to have.
Yeah, no.
He got a good life, and I think that's it's scary that he's like, it's not enough for me.
Yeah, man. The culture is toxic. We talk about the music. I thought about this with rap. Rap is coincided with, black culture and black lives and all that good stuff. So when we think about rap, we think about black culture. Yeah. And if we go back to, rap started because it was to tell our story. Right. And a lot of people back in the day were in the project. So that's all the story they had. And it started off with flexing with, Eric B. Rakim, the old heads. I know a little bit. Curtis Blow, these are the, I know a little bit telling their stories, but the stories were real because they were from the streets, and it came from that way. And we all know, violence, sex, and money, they all sell. Those will all sell, regardless of what media, they get our attention. Right. And we're the only group really where our music is kill, which is very fascinating. We're the only music where it's like kill and like B words for women. Mm-hmm. And it's fascinating when you think about that, because I remember, grow up in LA, I would see these Mexican guys and I would always laugh because they would be super tatted up. Mm-hmm. These Mexican dudes would be super tatted up on their heads, tatted everywhere, look very intimidating, and they would just be blasting the mariachi bands, type music. Yeah. They'll be blasting that. Music, Latin music. They'd be blasting that, and I'll be laughing because I'm like, wow, you were like that. You just this is a paradox. This is like false advertising. Like, you look super intimidating. I would call the police on you immediately. But this is the music you pulling up to. Mm-hmm. But they're probably serious as X, Y, and Z.
Than anybody, yeah.
But in our culture, our music is that energy. It is that. And while theirs, even though they're serious too, even their music is still kind of loving and it was still caring, whereas we're not that. And I think that's so fascinating when we talk about the music, and that's the music associated with it. Country music is associated with white people. Mm-hmm. Obviously, rock and all X, Y, and Z is kind of wild, but that's associated with white people. And then us, it's rap and R&B. But then this rap is heavy. And Mexicans have the Latin music. It's just so fascinating. And if you go back to like Afro beats, it's still more dancing and it's more. And they're serious too over there. Yeah. So
it's more upbeat. It's unfortunate, but
man.
Best of luck to him.
Best of luck to him. John Morant. Yeah, man, he's an idiot. That's the summary. He's an idiot. But it's a bigger problem than just him. I hope he,
figures it out.
He got to figure it out. I mean, simple talk. Simple. It's like, bro, just don't be an idiot. Like, it's easy fixes. Last question. Do you think he should get new friends?
I don't necessarily think that he needs new friends. I think that his friends need to realize who he is, and they need to fix the way that they decide to act. I think that, because I'm sure that he's had those friends for years and years, like since he's grown up.
Yeah.
But I think that he himself needs to take responsibility, one, because your friends are a recollection of you.
Yeah.
You're the face. So whatever your friends do, people look at you first. You need to sit them down and say, this is what we need to fix in our group. This can't be happening anymore, or we're all going to lose everything. Because if Ja loses everything, everybody around him loses everything.
Yeah.
So, the life that he's giving his friends is because he's on the court playing basketball every day. If he can't do that, and especially if they suspend him with no pay for 25, 30 games, it hurts. And he lost, and on top of that, lost out on $600,000, and even more because he was not eligible to play, or he was not eligible for the All-NBA teams.
Out there, and we know why that was.
And those are huge bonuses.
That's a huge amount of money.
So, like, he lost out on all that money because he wanted to be a gangster.
He needs somebody to do a calculator. And I want to say, even though John Morant comes from a two-parent household, great, family, I believe he went to a private school. Mm-hmm. As a kid from California, Long Beach, California, I'll make this clear. Like, I don't know what city he grew up in distinctly, but, around the corner, there's, like, a projects, like, around for me. And I live in a good neighborhood, right? So growing up, I was around, like, all different types of people. And I could easily had hung out with those types of people. And some of my friends did do some stupid stuff. I just wasn't there for it. But it's easy to be around if you're in certain areas and you turn the corner and there's a project, or you turn the corner, it's a certain different type of neighborhood now. But we all go to the same elementary school. We all go to the same maybe middle school. We all go to the same high school. So you can easily be part and connected to people in a different, money situation than you are. And so it's easy to be around that. Obviously, some people can just be like, yeah, no, I'm cool. Some people just go for the flow, X, Y, and Z. But I just wanted to say that. And I'll share a quick story. I remember, like, a dude on the football team, man. He's just from the hood. I won't say, who was it. But I remember he just did something stupid. Like, he just posted on his story. It was like, I like driving drunk. And I was like, and I just messaged bro, like, hey, bro, take that down. Like, bro, like, that's just not a good idea. Like, bro, this is for real. Like, he really just did that. And I was just like, bro, take that down. And I had just met bro like that school year. And I knew bro just for a minute, but like bro, look at you laughing. Cause you're like, that's just not smart.
You got to be one of the dumbest individuals on the planet Earth.
Not even a private story. Like his public, and I was like, hey bro, like you need to take this down. I was like, hey bro, you need to take this down.
Yeah, man.
And he was just like, oh bro, you right, bro, my bad. Like I wasn't
My
even
bad.
thinking like
What?
that, bro. And I was just like, exactly. But so certain people just, sometimes you just do stuff. Some people just don't really think it through. But yeah, man. All right, so we got to go to the next topic. And the next topic is NBA playoff predictions